must collect the index before we can activate the installation.
Alright, so the library. Certainly, SPV3 is kind of a trade-off because it's not as tedious as the original library, but I'd say it's far more different. Sometimes. Classic Jackal care from. Remember when SPV3 first launched and those things were like
we are near the index chamber. Follow me.
You can look it up if you haven't played the original version of SPV3, but back in the early releases, the sound effects volume for the Jackal
the index. We must get up
super screwy. It ended up whoa. Was like super screwed up, and it was louder than literally everything else. Turning the volume down didn't do anything. So it was. Thought you had a GPM.
We are near the index chamber. Follow me.
Not good, run away.
The energy field of office contains the index. We must get up there.
Oh, that's his arm. Oh, that is. Oh. So the idea of having like all of the there being a ton more effective ones and having each one do less damage. I was kind of indifferent about it. I like it a bit less now that I've seen the opposite. I now know I vastly prefer the way that Ruby's does it, where you have about the same number, but they have way higher damage. That's Root Plasma Pistol is actually really good against Grub. Or not really pro. I'm definitely not a pro. That'll be my. It makes a good shotgun shotgun placeholder. So you can get full shot. Other weapons. Where did that go? Darn it! It just disappeared.
We are near the index chamber. Follow me.
Oh, there he is. Take that out. I need like the cat and hat game fish voice. Take that out. God, who has actually played that weird tie-in game for the Knight Rider cat and hat? That was something special, that's for sure. I actually really liked it. Wasn't like ever one of the main games, but one of those movies where like, we're not going to say it was ruined when I went back to watch it, but it was definitely one of those things where, yeah, I was a kid back then. I didn't have any standards. I did not complain about, especially the movie, but the game too. The game isn't that bad. Could be better. One thing that's interesting about the flood invitation, I personally don't really like it, but the idea that the carriers don't, they still have the concussive, but they don't have the nearly as much splash damage as they do. So it's like, it's more about the sport than it is about, like, they're not flood grenades that you can't blow up a whole bunch of other guys, which I personally would have wasn't that way. It's actually, like, I've been talking so much about 343 the Sparking Center. I've been talking so much about things that I didn't like about how
you brought such ineffective weapons to combat
SPV3 changed things. What do I like about SPV3 changed things? I like the variety, of course, with the different root forms and elite forms and stuff. Like I said, I like
escapes this halo. It will of course
consume all
viable hosts in this gap. The flood must not escape the installation. They consume all.
The hybrid carrier forms.
You can see
I do like the library in ways. Like, it's more interesting how it's happening. Although it makes it different. Certainly not without fault. I would, if you asked me this question a year ago, I would be a lot more inclined to say that it was a bad decision to have having it for the library, because they kind of, you have to play it differently. You can't just
it is insidious.
You can't just rush through it.
The flood is
Like, I also do like the visual. I think he did a really good job. Wow. I was going to try for that overshield, but it is. I have to wait. Plus, her name's like anti-flood king in this spot. The visuals of the flood are all spot on, if you ask me. So I really like that aspect as well. And I do like the the floods for blister. When I don't have much left in this, I'll just
This installation's research facilities are most impressive. Perhaps we'll have time to see them later.
Whoa, can't put me right in again.
These sentinels will supplement your combat system.
And no, the library does not have
At least a class 12 combat skill. Your current model only stands at class 2, which is ill-suited for this kind of work.
I doubt the library totally needed that. Totally needed to have a long library.
Pardon me. A plasma conduit breach in section 5524 has disrupted power flow to a gravitic maintenance
I'm
assembly.
like holding out
Repairs
if there's any
require
more
my
shotgun
attention.
ammo.
I will return soon. Please stay close. Time is short.
Oh, and I also really love the lighting in the library. The fact that they have it goes blue, green,
Flood
orange,
activity
and
has caused
red.
a failure in the drone control
It really
subsystem.
makes things have
I
a much
must reset
greater.
the backup unit. Please continue on. I will rejoin you when I've completed my task.
Even if it isn't actual variety, it has a lot more visual. You know what? Sorry, Guilty Mark. Weren't you the one ranting about how I had such ineffective weapons to combat the flood? Here you go. And I love the set piece. Probably, like, visually, my favorite set piece in the entire franchise. And it's especially, it's a really interesting trait that it also sets things on fire. Like a long-range flame. Very interesting twist on that. Whoa, that was not good.
Flood activity has caused a failure in a drone control subsystem. I must reset the backup unit. Please continue on. I will rejoin you when I've completed my task.
Have I even used the Beaver in this? Which, I mean, I really like the visual presentation. I think the sounds are a lot touchier and the effects are really good. But other than that, it's pretty much the regular Combat Evolved Beaver. Maybe it's not that piece, but it feels about the same. It serves about the same. And some people don't like the melee. Or not melee, the reload, the fact that like flip the top off. Yeah, I can see like the tradition of having like this mysterious reload stuff, but it's an alternate take. It's a different take, and I'm not. I can see also the argument that once you want to go super combine
use their
somebody.
weapons to manage the flood only for a short time. Speed is of the essence.
Once you go to super combine somebody and then it flips up the thing on the front of the needler and you can't see that. Yeah, that's true to some extent, but I don't really care about that. But you do have to remember, there is a rocket. Completely forget about the rocket launch until that. Or completely forget about the Covenant until that rocket launch. Yeah, don't forget about the fact that there's rocket launch involved. I do not get that. The unusual. Can someone in the comments actually listen to the library of all of them? Somebody knows, but they explained to me why they have to, instead of just saying pick up 60 rounds, it says pick up 30 rounds times 2.
Please wait here.
For the light machine gun. Why? Barely survived that. Oh. glad I can provide you with amusement. Like, I'm sure this is the most exciting thing to happen on your ring in the last 104,800. Is that the right number? I believe it is. I can't remember off the top of my head. You can see they do a lot. They're deadly in numbers. They're a lot. You don't have to worry about them here as much as you do in vanilla CE.
I am gratified to see you. You should remain with me. Your environment should serve you well when the flood begins to alter the atmosphere. You are a good planner.
When I come to this bit, I immediately think of the sword because this is in movies where they have a bunch of swords. SPV3 has a really interesting thing. They use it for the vast majority. It's a very interesting way that it's done in time. It almost makes me wonder how it would do in multiplayer tools like this. It's actually, because I'm sure you played it before, but of course, the fact that the sword is an armor ability, you have a limited recharge. Very interesting. Or the tiny honor guard. I can't believe I forgot there was an honor guard there. You have to be really careful when it comes to honor guards in blood because they will that was dumb there. And lovely checkpoint. When we have to, when we go to Tuba Trails, I'll have to remember to save checkpoints. Tuba Trails is another one of those levels where I shouldn't. It's more of a side effect. It's that checkpoints particularly fast.
I am gratified to see you. You should remain. Your environment suit should serve you well when the flood begins to alter the atmosphere. You are a good planner.
Oh. See, they instantly get their shields back when that happens. So. Whoa. Okay, that was just bad luck. I'm not going to take responsibility for that. That was just bad luck. The idea if you take their shields down and then you go to kill them, if the flood infects them, they immediately go back to full shield. So something about
I am gratified to see you. You should remain.
At least they stayed mostly clear by explosion. We just created checkpoint.
Your environment suit should serve you well when the flood begins to alter the atmosphere. You are a good planner.
There goes one. Hospital? Gotta push forward. Fall back. Must have gotten the other one too. Alright, that was lucky. It's like the game is trying to make up for the bad luck I had before. It's like, oh, you got really bad luck before. I'll make it up for you. That was a really reckless place to create a checkpoint, but at least I got it. Alright. I did not appreciate before. I've seen Halo speedruns, but I had...
The flood will spread from planet to planet, consuming all that its the installation was well conceived. It is surely the only way to end the flood threat.
I did not appreciate just how horrible speedrunning the library is until I watched that video by what's his name on... I found him just fairly recently, like stuff like that, or like the history of Halo speedrunning tactics and stuff. But he did a video recently. Like, God, it is so random. So now I understand. Like, there's yet another reason to hate them. As if it wasn't enough to hate the level for what it is in normal play. I definitely see why speedrunners hate it.
The index is naturally our first priority. We cannot activate the installation's failsafes. Without the index, I would conjecture that the other species currently on the installation is responsible for releasing the flood. They seem most persistent in their attempts to access restricted areas.
That's just a piece. Yeah, that'll probably be. I'll probably be better off with that then. You know what I want to find? I want to find another brute plasma. I feel like, as I said before, the brute plasma is really good against the flood. I want to use it more. Like I said, in corridors like this, like the lighting is so good. It's really incredible every time I go back to SPV3. Because even on MCC, even with the upgrade, when you go from that like proper, but like to this kind of is it? I don't know. But yeah, or sorry, not ray tracing. Yeah, it is. where it's like ray trace lights and full high resolution. That's a monumental difference. Of course, the graphics are like actually pretty far down on the list of the reasons why I like SPV3 so much, but
we must continue. This way, please. Why, naturally, the flood is simply too dangerous to release, and mass sterilization protocols may again need to be amended. Of course, samples will come to them as a last catastrophic outbreak. For study. It seems that decision may have been an error.
oh, nice. I'll let my enforcer friend here, which, yes, you do get enforcer. This is the only time in the entire series you're ally. I'll come back to pick that up, but now... I'll just use this to take out you guys.
The installation was specifically built to study and contain the flood. Their survival as a race was dependent upon it. I am grateful to see that some of them survived to reproduce.
Not nearly enough to justify. It's not a good weapon set going into this. But maybe I really should. We've got full shotgun. Yeah, I guess this is what I'll have to make do with here.
I will deactivate the security lock. Wait here.
The normal hide in a corner strat doesn't work in this. Oh, jeez. I got shotgun. I always just call it a power up. I know it's called like reflex enhancement, whatever, but I've never. Okay, this feels silly. I've never actually tested it. It does reflex power up actually slow down. Time it takes to monitor to open. I don't see why it wouldn't.
Please stay close. Time is short.
Don't have explosives. Here goes one. Not worried about it now. Alright, the worst is behind us. Do not infect him. And I gotta grab it out of that too. That was really risky, but I'm for it. Oh, thank you for bringing me a grenade. I was going to complain about you just being there, but if you're going to bring me a gravity grenade, I'm not. I really need to make it a point to sprint. I don't think I've used sprint a single time. Awkward place to meet. Okay. No, I'll actually use it. There was an overshield. For it. That is the library. The Two Betrayals is next. It's all downhill from there.
Will deactivate when we reach the
as far as
ground floor.
difficulty goes, it's not. It's definitely going to feel the opposite way with rounding keys. But there's Two Betrayals, and then after that, it's certainly not trivial, but it's the one level that
You may now retrieve the index.
really difficult. So, here for that.
Protocol requires that I take possession of the index for transport. Your organic form renders you vulnerable to infection. The index must not fall into the hands of the Flood before we reach the control room and activate the installation. The Flood is spreading. We must hurry.